Hello mirrors, so today I'm going to be doing a general reading for the month of May for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if you're new here, welcome to Law of Attractions and Mirrors Tarot, where we use the cards as a tool to help integrate the fragments of ourselves into one so we can self-actualize into the people we were born to become. With this knowledge, we can begin to manifest all of our deepest desires if we simply take responsibility for our power. So let's get started with your general reading for the month of May, Scorpio. If you're interested in a reading, go ahead and look at the description box below. It'll give you some general information. And right now I'm really feeling drawn to telling people to check out my recommended videos playlist. There is so many good videos that I've added to there to help with your, lots of energy, personal evolution journey. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Coming into the month of May, what's the energy that's you're bringing in? Ooh, the Sun. I like that as the first card to a reading. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, coming into your power, Scorpio. So if you're not feeling this, where you're feeling like really positive about your ability to create the kind of life that you want, this is advice from the universe that this is the type of energy that's necessary in order to make the most out of the month of May. But these two cards are a little bit self-explanatory and really awesome to see at the beginning of a reading. So let's see what else is going on, Scorpio. The Lovers in reverse. An Eight of Wands. So many of you might be dealing with a separation, with trouble in a relationship. Things may be happening really, really quickly right now. I'm going to look at what's going to happen on the right of these Eight of Wands, but this could be saying that what you're dealing with has happened very quickly or will happen very quickly. And it's happening for a purpose, is the sense I'm really getting. It's happening to make you even stronger as this Queen of Pentacles. It's happening so you can see the light in yourself, in your power, and not needing another person. This won't apply to everybody. This isn't a love reading. So this could also just have to do with indecision on a few things. And it's possible that you may come out of this indecision and discover what it is that you want to prioritize in the month of May. But we're going to get a couple of these cards to see generally what makes sense. Yeah, here we go. We have the Hanged Man in the reverse. And the Princess of Wands, which is like the female Page of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so you may be struggling to see why this is happening. You may be having a hard time accepting this change in your life. It may be difficult for you to process, especially because it's kind of like a lot of times when I see this, I said cups before and I definitely didn't mean cups, it's wands. So that's a little bit different. This could do with a type of like sexual relationship, but what I see is that it's more of an immature type of energy that's passing. You're this Queen of Pentacles, so you're worthy of whatever this energy is or what you thought that it would be. It's something that is not really coming into fruition the way that you've seen it. But you can't stay in this Hanged Man energy that's in the reverse, because it's like when our world gets flipped upside down, it's very important to maintain perspective and to maintain the Sun energy and the Queen of Pentacle energy. And I know that's like way easier said than done, but that is what's going to move your life forward. A lot of times with Eight of Wands, I kind of almost take it as a Tower card when I don't see a lot of positive energy surrounding the card. And the reason I say this is things are happening fast in order to make you see things in a new light, because it's necessary for your own personal evolution. But I'm going to get a few of these energy cards, and maybe we can get a few more specifics on what's happening, Scorpio. Oh, okay, that one wanted to come out, and so did these two. The Garden and the Gate in the reverse. Caring Connections, and Envy in the reverse. So this is really interesting energy here, guys, because the Garden and the Gate talks about having this beautiful garden and then looking outside and feeling like there's something better out there, that what you have isn't as good as what you see. But, you know, she has a beautiful garden. So it's really a card of not appreciating. And of course, envy is kind of the same type of energy. It's a little bit darker though. I feel like the Garden and the Gate energy is more innocent and childlike. I mean, she's like a literal child. But sandwiched between these two cards, we have Caring Connections. So I do think for many of you, this could be about a relationship, and it's about appreciating what you do have. Either if you're in a relationship, appreciating it and seeing the positivity in it and not looking, it doesn't necessarily have to be to other people, but it could be for many of you seeing other people's relationships and what you wish it would be like. Because you're the Queen of Pentacles. You are in the driver's seat. But your emotions are driving this, because with Queens, it's emotional cup energy. So if you're emotionally feeling negative, you're feeling envious, you're feeling like what you're being given isn't enough, and you aren't putting that emotion and appreciation into what you do have, it's going to cause issues with separation, with things manifesting in ways that you don't really like, okay? This isn't about a relationship for some of you, so this could just simply be about your friendships, the people that are in your life, appreciating them and not appreciating them for what they are. Because these people, whether it's romantic, friendship, family, whatever, they're in your life for a reason. And if we just expect the worst out of everybody, that's how they're going to show up. We need to take responsibility for our power as creators, because, I mean, that's why I say that in the beginning, because it is so important. Because if we don't do that, we're just allowing our conditioned selves to manifest our reality, and we're allowing our emotions and our sadness to be the one in control rather than us being in control, which, I mean, nobody wants that. But I do see the struggle here is that things are changing in a way that maybe don't fit in your line of what you think you want, and you're taking it as negative. But we started out this reading with the Sun and Queen of Pentacles, guys. So, and now we have Caring Connections. Things are probably a lot better than you think, and it's just difficult for you to see what's happening. So we have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. So again, with this Caring Connections card, this could definitely be about soul tribe. Could be that your partner is part of your soul family. It could be that your friends can help you with this, but I'm really digging this. It's all coming together. So despite what outside appearances may be, like I said, this Eight of Wands surrounded by kind of less happy, good cards is really like another form of the Tower for me. So it's all coming together. You just have to trust it. I know that sounds strange. It doesn't mean that you're destined to be with this person, or even that this friend is the best thing for you, or it's all that you're going to have, but it is part of a bigger plan. Big picture thinking, Pleiades, I keep saying Pleiades, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Yeah, look at the big picture. We get so micro-focused. We don't understand that even the hard times are there to shape us and to bring us to something better. A lot of times the difficult times are to bring light to what we didn't want to see or we couldn't see before. So this big picture thinking is to me a big manifestation card, especially with this Queen of Pentacles energy. So you're able to get this visionary, this inspired ideas, this seeing everything, this big picture, everything combined. It's not just about, a friendship, a job, a relationship. It's the whole shebang. And if you don't look into every single aspect, and I mean, I don't mean get obsessive about it, but you know what I mean? Like, if you're not appreciating each individual piece of your puzzle, you're never going to get the big picture. Because when you manifest, whether you're doing it consciously or unconsciously, you have multiple desires. You may think your biggest desire is, say, a relationship. That's true for many women. You may think that's like your biggest thing, but it's not. It's the whole picture. So when you're falling short in, say, the relationship or friendship or whatever, a lot of times it means there needs to be more balance and more focus on the other aspects of your life. So you can start putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, because otherwise, how are you going to be fulfilled in that relationship? How are you going to be fulfilled in that friendship or that job if, you're not living in your passion, you're not doing things that make you happy every day, you're not forming deeper friendships, you're too focused on a relationship, whatever it may be, you're not giving enough self-care. That's a huge one for most of us. So that's what I see really here with this big picture thinking. A child of the moon, forgiveness, transcending the ego. And this is in the reverse. Yeah, so you may be needing to forgive yourself, forgive others. You may be stuck in the ego. And in our society, the term ego has been misunderstood and misused. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but when spiritual people, I don't know how else to word that, but when we use the word ego, we're not talking about egotistical. We're not talking about like narcissism. What we're talking about is your identification, your conditioned self. And ego helps us in a lot of ways, because how we define ourselves helps us to connect with others and to really understand our blueprint better and why we're here. But ultimately, we're all love, we're all one, we're all connected to source energy. And when we're stuck in the ego, it's really hard for us to really see the bigger picture. And again, this is the Hangman and the reverse energy. It's that inability to adapt. And also, of course, we have child and moon. So this could do, like, your root problem right now could definitely have to do with childhood energy. So shadow work when dealing with the ego is very helpful many of the times. Sexual arts. So I think for many of you, this is definitely a relationship. When sexual arts gets pulled out, I don't do reversals on these. So this could be both positive and negative. Understand that sex is, it's very powerful. Our society doesn't treat it like it's powerful. Our society is, promotes casual, meaningless encounters. And I'm not shaming, because everybody has their own paths. But in this case, it's really that understanding that when you are making love with someone, or whatever you want to call it, you are exchanging energy. It's also a tool for manifestation. And it's a tool for manifestation even when it's just with yourself. But understanding how deeply profound and powerful that is can be a big part of what's going on. If you're single, again, like I was saying, it could be that solo energy and using it in terms of manifestation. and also getting in touch with yourself and your own energy, and really feeling your power and your beauty and your strength, because you can feel all of that when you have a healthy sexual relationship with yourself. Also, this can kind of point to creativity for many of you, since the sacral chakra is connected to sex and also creativity. So that can be healing in many ways. Let's see, what card is this? Oops. Triumph of Lies. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. But I do think this card is about the ego. So it really goes with the Child of the Moon in the reverse right here. But let me go ahead and read this. It's the very first card. Not all that glitters is gold. Emptiness is felt when there is nothing under the dress. Ooh, that really gives me those vibes of envy and the Garden and the Gate. But guys, both of these are in the reverse. So you're moving out of this energy of the ego. You're moving out of this energy of thinking the grass is greener on the other side. Anyway, let me continue to read this. The Triumph of Lies is about appearance, and appearance is always so important in the world. Day by day, Jesus, sorry guys. Day by day, it seems more important. Can that be a lie too? We seek to be what the world outside desires, and not necessarily society at large. Our family, our partners, our friends place judgments on what we should be. In the dress we choose, we carve a mask of expectations, behaviors, and values to live by. It offers stability to ourselves and to our relations, as being honest and true to ourselves can be too tiring, too easy to make us hurt. Unfortunately, the relationship with our mask is not as straightforward as it feels. Inside the mask, envy grows, vanity takes root, lack of self-confidence becomes a habit. It gnaws at us and hurts us from the inside. It feels like it is ourselves, but it's not really authentic. It's just a lie we've made a habit to believe in. When our lives become a gilded cage and our dress become a burden, we should remember that we were born naked. Wow, that is such a powerful card. The explanations in these cards, they really get me sometimes. That made me like super emotional for some reason. Yeah, I think a lot of you are struggling with this, because this is what the ego is about. We're born naked, meaning we're all born the same. We're born out of love, and that's where we will end up at the end of this, okay? This appearance thing, and I don't even necessarily mean like as far as like being beautiful or whatever, but just what the outside world perceives and what we want according to what society wants. It's not always what is authentic to us, and most of the time it isn't. So, yeah, definitely doing some ego work and realizing the truth of the matter and the truth of yourself, and getting out of your comfort zone, because that's what ego is. It's a sense of security, because we think if we define ourselves deeply and we don't budge from it, it makes us more real. Which is funny, because the more that you can evolve and let go of those feelings, you realize the opposite is true. We're here to expand, not to define ourselves and put ourselves in smaller and smaller and smaller boxes. Okay, never make permanent decisions on temporary feelings. Okay, so a lot of these readings, the first card coming out and the last card coming out, are just really interesting. So with the Sun, I feel that's about maintaining positivity even when things are difficult. Never make permanent decisions on temporary feelings. So if you are feeling like you want to end something, or you want to say something that you know is going to rock the boat and cause issues, take some time to chill out and to get in better energy. Meditation, self-care, telling the other person that, hey, I need a couple days to process. That is going to really make a difference in how you relate to other people. It's something that I've learned a lot in the past year, and oh my goodness, guys, it makes the biggest impact on your relationships in a very positive way. It's also a way to set personal boundaries with yourself and with other people. Okay, guys, this is kind of a tough reading. I know a few Scorpios watch my channel, and So I feel like especially connected to this reading and kind of upset for you guys, but I do see that there is a lot of positivity. We came out straight off the bat with the Sun and Queen of Pentacles. So you are a god or goddess. You are very, very, very powerful. And that's it, guys. If you're interested in more readings like this, please hit the notification bell, like, comment, and subscribe. That's all I have for you guys. I love you.